Okay, thank you very much. Alhamdulillah, it's very nice program. And what we are going to do today is trying to understand that how we can recognize a product in Japan, whether that product is halal or haram, whether we can eat that product or we cannot. Okay, this is very important. I think many of you might have faced this problem when you came to Japan. That and sometimes it happens with many of us. Even a person who knows Japanese language, they sometimes by mistake they have consumed some haram items. Okay, so by mistake and unknowingly it has happened, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala always generous to forgive us. So today we will try to understand that how we can recognize those kanjis, and then let's try to learn it. First, I will talk about how we are going to categorize it, which is haram, which is doubtful, and if it is a doubtful product, how we can going to clear our doubts, and then we will see try to check some real product level, and then we'll try to find out whether those products with those labels are halal. We can eat them or not. Okay. Second point is that there are many products that recently, for last I can say 6 or 7 years, that we are seeing here in Japan, that the halal mark product has also started here in Japan. Like I just tried, and this product, this is it, and you can see here it's in halal mark here. So this is very nice thing that alhamdulillah that we are seeing here in Japan also. And this product has come from Indonesia. Maybe you can have a look on that. Okay, the green part, this side. Yes. Next slide, please. Yeah. So I think many of us are aware of this ayah. In this, I read the translation. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has forbidden you only the dead animals and blood and the flesh of wine, and that which is slaughtered as a sacrifice for others than Allah, or has been slaughtered for idols, etc., on which Allah's name has not been mentioned while slaughtering. But if one is forced by necessity without willful disobedience, nor transgressing the limits, then there is no sins on him. Truly, Allah is of forgiving, most merciful. This ayah says many things. Initially, I said that sometimes we just by mistake we have consumed some items, or we could not understand the real meaning of that kanji. Okay, there's some some specification that is given in that product is not clear to us. So I hope inshallah. So I thought okay, this ayah would be very much applicable to our situation also. At the same time, this ayah is clarifying to us that what kind of guideline has been given by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala regarding the halal and haram thing. For the next one. Okay, so here it's come, what is halal? In Japan, when we try to explain to the Japanese people, we say halal is something which is permissible. Okay? And halal, mostly in our country, most of the time we use the word halal for food. However, it is applicable on not only the foods, but our action, our earnings, and many things. Okay, but here today we are going to talk about mainly about the food, and means only about the food things. Okay, and what are the haram? Something that has been prohibited in Islam. Okay, the food or the action which are prohibited. If we talk about in general terms, things which are prohibited in Islam, things that are not prohibited in Islam is considered as halal. So we try to tell them, see, not everything is prohibited to us, but there are many things which is prohibited. So to understand it, we say like something which is not prohibited is halal. So what are the things which has been prohibited in Islam? They will ask you next question. Then we say, okay, then I think most of the Japanese people know, okay, buta means the pork, or any product that comes from the pig are considered as not, allowed, means prohibited in Islam. And then they also know about the alcohol. So they say, okay, so means alcohol, and then the Buddha is haram, means prohibited for you. These things that Japanese people normally they know about these things. However, the fact is that this is not the only things. Okay, we try to categorize it in three categories. In this today's presentation, we'll see these three categories. One which is clearly haram. There is no doubt about it. Next slide, and next slide, please. Okay, the A category, that I call it as a basic level. The basic level means this is something that everyone should know about it, and it is very clear cut. The second, we call it a bit higher level, and the third is called as a advanced level. Means if you are aware of this, then inshallah there is no problem to recognize the product, whether it is halal or not halal. Next. Yeah, so this is A category. In this, it is very clear, like if you see this kanji, the first one, this is the pig. And be careful that if there is no such kanji, if you see this kind of like in katakana or in hiragana, they are also from the pork, but it is not clearly written in the product. They sometimes write as rado, lard. We know that lard is coming from the pig fat. So, yeah. Then like you have ham, we all know ham. Okay. This is very normal to talk about hamburger. In fact, the original is from here. Okay. So if written hamu, it is from pork. Then it comes to bacon. In fact, once I myself have made the mistake of this product, this katakana, and I could not understand until I tried to look for it when I came here for the first time, because I was not aware of it. Then you have sausage. If there's only sausage, 90% they are from pig. If they say chicken sausage, that is a different case. But even if it is chicken sausage, if it is not done in a slaughtered in an Islamic way, it is of course haram. So if you have the word sausage, it means it is coming from the pig. Then there is another one that comes sarami. This sarami, I think many of us perhaps do not know this sarami. Sarami is coming from the pig. Then you have vinna. They're all coming, these kanjis, they are coming from the pig. Okay. So this only one kanji has so many products which are originated from the pig. Let's move to the next one. Is if you see this niku only, many of us sometimes say, oh, niku, it means it is haram. Sometimes they use this niku with fruits also. Okay? Fruits means niku, of course, meat, but they use sometimes with they use it sometimes with the case of fruits like kudamono no niku. Okay? So if it is only this kanji, of course you will consider it as a not halal. If there's something before that, this is tori, means this is chicken. Then this is the ushi, that is the beef, etc. So first look for this kanji, niku. If there's nothing before that, please think this is not halal. So today, here in this slide, we are getting the key point, the key kanji. This is Buddha. If you see this kanji, there is some problem in that. If you see this kanji, niku, there is a problem in that. If there is something before that, that will be another case. Now let's go before that. What kanji they use before that? This is niku, of course. This is ushi. This is beef. Tori. This becomes the chicken. This becomes the sheep. Now, sometimes they include the compound gyuniku or toriniku. These are all, even though you have see this story is two different, but they are the same chicken products. Okay, this way you are going to see this. This kanji independently is fine, but when it comes with this is a duck. Okay, mixture of that. Until here, this is okay. We may still be able to understand whether this kanji or these things are halal or not. Now they start writing in katakana. Of course, not with some to deceive someone, but to make it very easy to people to understand. Beef, it is written in katakana. Then there are chicken, or there are beef ekisu, this beef extract. So yeah, the same you may find with chicken extract. Or there's one bouillon. This bouillon is here, it's about chicken. Sometimes it comes from other animal too. This we need to be careful. When you see this bouillon, it means it's mainly coming from not the sakana here, but from any kind of animal. Then you have this consomme. Then you find this is also this kanji is also need to be careful. It means fat. Yes. This fat you can see also with the case of you can see this with the case of milk fat also. Okay? Animal fat and also milk. Milk fat also. So if you see this one, it's an alarm come in our mind. Let's find out more about what kind of fat is it. So when I see these things in a label, I go and ask them, the person there in the shop, please tell me what is this, from where this has come. They use another kanji here. I think you don't have at this place. Shibo. Shibo is clearly a fat. And mostly it is with the case of most. After that, this is also only this kanji coming with, you can see this one, this here. Okay, this is clear, I think. This is also tori and this is old tori kanji, the chicken one. If this you find this kanji anywhere and this kanji anywhere, be careful with that. Okay, that this is duck, but you can find this kanji. Half of the kanji is coming. This stands for the bird. In fact, this is bird. And here, komatsu yushi. This is also not halal, but it's very difficult to understand. This first is, it means powdered. Okay, this is powder, and this is abura no kanji. Abura is this oil. Okay, if there is oil, if something is written in the bracket that this abura or this oil is coming from vegetable or some plant, then it's fine. If not, it means you have to try to find. We will talk more about it in the next inshallah. If you have this you, she coming together, it means it's clearly talking about the fat from the animal. Next. Okay. Another is alcoholic. Anything with the alcohol, it is of course going to be haram. Okay. You have sake. This kanji is always going with the alcohol. No other option with this. Okay, it's alcohol. It's come here seems okay, mirin. Okay, so they write some really. This is the mirin. This is also mirin. Sometimes they add this kanji. This kanji stands for the taste, but the actual reading is this one, mirin. So many of us perhaps make a mistake in reading this one. If you're not careful enough, then we may make a mistake. Oh, maybe this is fine. This is not okay, fine. It is mirin. And sometimes they write the same mirin with hiraga, katakana. This is also mirin. All of them includes the alcohol. Of course, the level of alcohol might be, the percentage might be less or more. Then this is alcohol, alcohol, beer, wine, and this is something like it comes from sake. What to say? When it's become fermented, then things come out. So after the fermentation, it comes. Yeah. The same. It means Europe, this kanji, but this is sake. It means it's talking about the wine. They don't write here clearly wine, but it is a wine. Okay. So European sake. This is what they want to say. Now they have aka shiro, it's red and white. Of course, this is red wine or white wine. They're all haram. Liquor. Liquor is written like this. You can see Rika, DQ. These are all this is talking about liquor. Then yes, same. This is brandy. So this is of course also the alcohol. This is whiskey, lamb, ramu. Sometimes people make a mistake, read it as lamb. It is not lamb, it is rum. Rum is coming from the, of course, alcoholic drink. Okay. Then you have this konyaku. This also includes the alcohol. So here in these basic things, we need to understand that a few, points. One is coming from the meat. Second is coming from the alcohol. So this way, if you understand, inshallah, we can avoid many things. Let's move to the next slide. Here it comes to the doubtful product. I think many of us are aware about new kazai because see, okay, yeah, new kazai. Then we have shortening, margarine. Then this is shokuyo, means edibles oil. Or here is kako yushi, or they have gelatin. Here we are all aware about nukazai, shortening, margarine, gelatin. But we sometimes make mistakes with these three kanjis. Okay, this is shokuyu abura, is edible oil, or this one kako yushi, means this is also kind of oil. If they have not mentioned here what kind of oil has been used, it's better to check. Otherwise, you are going to make mistakes. Sometime recently, I was just visiting a Japanese restaurant. We found there is some potato fry. It's like the potato fry. I thought, okay, let's check what kind of abura they are using. We found they are using lard. Lard is the pig fat. It's the oil coming from the lard. Even if you see that they are having the potato fry, but the oil that they're using is haram. It is clearly haram. Okay. Yes, that's a very good point. Yes. So we need to check with them. Sometimes many Japanese restaurants, they use separate oil, separate, and to fry some of the vegetable items or some of the fish items. Because traditionally Japan was not meat eaters. They did not use. If they are preparing some kind of traditional Japanese dish, they mostly use the vegetable oil. Okay. So if you confirm with that, this is fine. If they are mixing, they will say, okay, we are using the same utensils, same oil to fry everything, or we are using the lard to fry things. We have made many mistakes with this. Like once there is a shop called Mr. Donut. We used to go and eat Mr. Donut by confirming these things. Okay, this is halal. We can. There's one, mashallah, may Allah award him, Indonesian brother. He started working in Mr. Donuts, and he found out that they're using lard to fry everything. Then he informed many of us. Then we go to know, okay, the Mr. Donut is not using the normal oil, but they're using lard or this kind of oil, fry everything. The same happens with McDonald's here in Japan. McDonald's, even if they are having the fish fry, but better to check with them. Mostly they use lard to fry it. because they feel that it is cheaper. It is in fact cheaper, and then they get a different kind of taste, and that taste give them things to make it. Haram, yes, lard is from pig fat. Lard is the pig fat oil. इसका सुअर की चर्बी यूज करते हैं मैकडोनल्ड्स. So better to check with them. Yamazaki brand, mostly it is not halal. Yamazaki brand is mostly not halal, but check some of them. Yes, when you have this new gazai or shortening or margarine, if you find something written in bracket, if something written in bracket, it means something is fine. If not written, you have to check with them. It is doubtful. If they write in bracket, taizu yurai means originated from beans, that is inshallah halal, no problem with that. If they don't write, it means there is problem. And I have checked mainly, I mean, about when I see only this new kazai without anything in bracket, I call to the company, and they say, okay, it is shokubutsu or dobutsu, means animal or the plant. It's very fine, alhamdulillah, here in Japan, that you call the company and they will tell you what kind of, you just tell them the brand, the barcode, and they will find out that what kind of product has been used. Okay. So this also with the shortening, also the same thing. I think zirachin is mostly haram. Zirachin is not halal. So you can find Nukazai, shortening, and margarine. They are sometimes originated from plants, so this is fine. Now come to this part. This side is about things that use sake, etc. Okay, they write this kanji, ama, the sweet sake. So as I told earlier, that if you see this sake kanji, this kanji only, it means there is an alarm. Problem is there. This kind of amazake. This is the same thing here. Amazake. This is amazake. They sometimes write in kanji, sometimes they write in hiragana. Okay, and this is also amazake. They use this mainly for the kids items. Okay, you can see kodomo yo na koji nado de. This we need to check in our shogakko, elementary school or some other places. They use this kind of thing. Okay. In this, sometimes you have some amazake non-alcoholic. So this we have to check whether it is alcoholic or non-alcoholic. Okay, let's move to the next slide. This is the C category that I have put. There are many items in Japan which are halal, but if they mix it with something, this is not halal. Like this is a very bad habit with the Japanese food, that they add some kind of flavor that is called dashi. Like even if they are cooking beef, they will add fish dashi in it. You're mixing the fish in that. Even if they are cooking the vegetable, they are adding beef dashi in that. So if the dashi is a kind of powder, yeah, the kind of powder. If you are using that kind of, this is of course gyunyu, junsui na new seihin, means the very original and pure milk product. Butter, nama cream, if it is pure, alhamdulillah, this is fine. But if it is mixed with something, there is a problem with that. Like we used to use the cafe latte from 7-Eleven. And I have found out some of the brothers in Tokyo, they found that they are not using junsui na gyunyu, not 100% milk, but a mixture of milk. They add sometimes calcium and many things. So 50% milk and rest are not. So we checked here also. I checked by myself even 1 month before, because after normally every year they make some kind of changes. Still the the latte in 7-Eleven, they use the mixture of the milk, and this is not halal. I checked, okay, find out what is the new kazai there, it is not halal. Yes, I was saying, Alhamdulillah, I checked with the Family Mart and Lawson, they're fine. So we can have the Family Mart and Lawson cafe latte is okay, inshallah. Yeah. They are using 100%. And even you will feel the taste. It's very creamy. If it's a very creamy taste, better to check. Yeah. Okay, now it's come to this is the bean product. If the original bean products like tofu and natto, they are okay. Aburage, they are fine. They are alhamdulillah halal. But if they mix it with something, then it become problem. Sometimes very a bit expensive tofu are not halal. They mix it with something. And this comes also with the case of butter. Like in Gyomu, you have Hokkaido butter, that's okay, alhamdulillah, that is fine. Sometimes you have the mixed butter, this is not halal. They added something. This way you have here kanten or kombu, these are okay with that. If you see this kind of only this is fish eggs. This is kombu extract. These are all plant-based things. This is also plant. Okay. Kanten is used with the jelly to not without using gelatin. They sometimes use this kanten. Kanten is not an animal product. So this is fine, inshallah. And of course, if you have the sakana niku, sakana one, this is fine, inshallah. Sakana. This is ume niku. This is kudamono niku. So this even if you have niku, but it come with this is inshallah fine, no problem with that. Move to the next, brother. Yeah, these are all about the coming with sweet items, the sugars. If you find this kanji stand with the sugar. If it is coming with budo is grapes. This is sato that we always use. It's a normal. If sato has something, of course, it's going to be problematic. We need to check with them. Okay. And the same here, they're all like granule, they're all sugar items. They are alhamdulillah fine, halal. But if it is mixed with something it's not halal. We need to check it. It's come rayu. Rayu is fine, but is this it's coming from I think kai. Kai is from some kind of sea product. That oil is okay, but if it is mixed with something, then it's going to be problem. Wait. Rayu honrai no kai no haitte inai mono wa. Kai no haitte inai mono. Okay, this is not included, but if it is shokubutsu abura means the plant abura or the chili things, that is fine. If kai ga haitte ireba, this is it is a big problem. If you find this kanji with the rayu in bracket, this is problematic. This is going to be a very big problem. This inshallah will help. Okay, next, brother. Yeah, the margarine, if they sometimes use the domestic pig fat in that, or the beef fat, so this is of course not halal. As I mentioned earlier, that if you see this margarine or nukazai, better to check. Yeah, one more point very important is like sometimes they write in bracket taizuo fukumu means including beans. If say including beans, it means they may have some other things also. If it is nothing is included, they write clearly taizu yurai means only this origin is from the plant base, or origin is from the beans. Okay. Yeah, can we move to the next, brother? Yeah. Okay, so where maybe you are thinking from where we can buy it. So we have this kind of places there. You can even in Amazon recently they have started halal, and mashallah, you all know that Gyomu Supa is also selling halal products. Yeah. Okay. Maybe we have ended here. Can we go to a little bit? Okay, we have some Can you, yeah, next. Yeah, you have here the pure Japanese. If you want to eat something Japanese halal, it is nearby our place, Expo City. This is a halal restaurant in Japan. You can taste the Japanese food, tempura and other things. This is alhamdulillah 100% halal. So it's not that we don't have option here in Japan. Alhamdulillah, we have many options. We can. It's in Expo City. Expo City, yes. Yeah. The Sojibo. This all the same shop was also at the Kansai International Airport, but perhaps due to the corona, they have closed temporarily. You can find this also in Tokyo, Sojibo. They are alhamdulillah halal. Yes, halal. They write it clearly that we are getting certification. You have halal. Everything is done there. It's also a thing important that whenever you visit to any shops, better to check whether they have certificate or not. Okay, if they don't have certificate, better not to trust them in that way. Of course, you can always find something helpful to eat. Next slide, brother. Hi. So before going to question answer, okay, if you have any question, let's have the question answer first. If not, then we can see some labels and try to recognize how to check those products. We are having some products also here with us, and then we can check them. Okay, inshallah. Yes.
Say if there is no halal certification on the mark is on the product, then we couldn't buy.
I said better. Why? Because you need to go and find more things to confirm. Like what happened in Osaka University, they tried to get halal certification from some Islamic center, and they failed to get the certification. They contacted OMA. So we talked with Imam about that, and we gave them these conditions. For example, store the halal items separately from the non-halal. Then they said, we have a very big freeze. How can we do that? Then Alhamdulillah, Imam gave a very nice idea. Put a very small partition there using some kind of cartoon, and they started following that. So, and the utensil, we say, please use the separate utensils. In the university, they are using separate utensils. And in fact, they write all those points. And even if they don't have halal certification, they write those points and display it in the website or outside the restaurant, that these conditions we are following. So whenever we go and we see, okay, they're kind of following these conditions, so alhamdulillah, we can go and eat. And if there is halal certification, we don't need to check many. If there is no certification, then we need to find out many things. For example, okay, show us the chicken label. And sometimes very difficult. They're busy with the customers. Now you're asking them to show the chicken labels. They'll bring it, show it. Then our next question might be, what kind of oil you are using? Are you mixing it? Are you using the separate utensils? So we may have many questions, okay? And some of us perhaps avoid asking those questions. Some of the shopkeeper, they may not answer you clearly. So that's why I say that it's better to avoid. Yes, yes. So if the halal mark is fine. If not, then we need to go and further investigate and find out. And this I have seen happens many of the Indian restaurants. I mean, they just show you the chicken packet and they consider it is halal. I have checked many of them. They just packet is halal. Or Sadia chicken, we had checked with the company itself. And in fact, one brother, the Australian brother, Yahya, he was here, and he said, not all of them are halal. So the company replied to us that we write halal mark if it is halal. If it is not, we don't write it. It is Sadia, yes. So when the company itself is saying that, we cannot say, okay, Sadia is halal. Yeah. If any sister has any question, please feel free to send us. Yes, brother.
Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. In some product, there is so about the 23rd or 27 allergen list. Allergen list. Allergic. Allergen list.
Allergic.
Yes.
They
23rd
mention,
or 27 of the allergen list. So in some products there is Yukazai, but in the allergen list is so from the soybean dazu. So we have to confirm again for those products or not, because we don't know about how the products make in the same line for the another or something beef or pork or something. So if there only saw the 23rd or 27th the allergen list and there is no pork or beef, we have confirm again or not, or we trust the allergen list or not. Okay,
okay, yeah, what I understood, like some they mention in the 27 allergic products, okay, and at the same time somewhere they mention about the same other these products has been used on the same line to manufacture, right? Yes, I think see, not everything is mentioned considered as the allergic things. So even if they are not marking it, brother, can you open that file? Maybe we have some from the Google sheet. Yeah. Yes, yes. See, here, what here you can see. Okay. Yes. I was in fact thinking to show this to all of you and then ask whether it is halal or not. So here it says daizu, right? It means they are not using any of these items. So we could confirm until here, but many things we are not able to confirm. Okay. For example, if they are having some kind of mirin or anything coming from the alcohol, they don't mention that one in this allergy. Okay. They mention here only which are considered allergic. Not all the haram items are considered to be allergic. This we need to understand. Secondly, that you mentioned about this is same line they are using the products is tamago, egg, etc. So they have written clearly. So this part is fine, alhamdulillah. If they are using maybe some non halal item or haram item, they will mention it. Of course, that is that will be mixed with that. Okay. So okay, can you see about this is the label Genzai Ryome? Can you understand whether it is halal or not halal? Sorry. So this one is shows that this is doubtful product. So unless we check it, it's going to be dame, matsu, haram. We cannot consume this one. Why? Because if we confirm this, perhaps this is coming from the animal. Perhaps, but of course I'm not sure about it. We need to check. It's very nice. We can make a call and then check with them. They will answer you.
Brother Moin, one question I have. So, if there is no halal mark on the product, but it is comes from the halal country, I mean Muslim country, is it okay or not?
That is something that I cannot answer to that. Maybe Imam can help me in that.
Of course, if we know the country, Muslim country, are taking care about halal and most of the items, alhamdulillah, halal, no problem. But unfortunately, even in Indonesia, I know they have halal and non-halal also.
Yes, even in India.
India, yes, India, because as you know, it's not all Muslim. So better to check also this one, yes.
Thank you very much.
One more point. I was talking with one Malaysian brother, and he said that in Malaysia, if things are halal, they put the halal mark. If not, then there's a doubt about it. Yes. Indonesia too. Oh. Ah. And then, wow, subhanallah. Yeah, so this is the point there.
Very much.
Jazakallah
Arigato.
khair.
Sorry about that. For this one, you said that the fumatsu you see is doubtful, but in the allergy list there is no chicken or pork or some beef or something in this product. So is you said that this cannot consume, but in the list there is no pork.
Yes,
So what do you think about that?
it's very,
Yes.
in fact, some brothers consider this one, and I was talking with mainly. Have you lived in Tokyo side? Because I see these questions come from that side a lot, and I was talking with one of my friends. He showed me this list. I avoid trusting this list 100% to decide, to determine whether this part is halal or not, because we know the fact that this should not be trusted as I mean, informing everything about the product. So I would better go and call them and check with them clearly whether it is halal, or I mean whether what is the origin. I say Urai, what is the origin of this? They will tell you the origin. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, when you call them, better to give, there is one barcode here. Tell them the barcode number, and they will inform exactly what is there. Yes, mostly Japanese. Sorry. Yes. Yeah. Another one, brother. So if there is no question, we will try to check these products whether it is fine to consume or not. Okay. So this is the Genzai Ryome. This is, and please check it, and let's decide whether it is halal or can eat or not. Yeah, it's very clearly written Latin, right? So mashallah, very fast. Mm. They write, but not all of them have gelatin. So gelatin is coming from possibly from the animal, so it is not halal. Here, this is another point. This see, daizu fukumu. Can you see this fukumu? This kanji is fukumu. It means it includes beans. It does not say everything is daizu. This is also that we need to check with them. Yeah. Okay, let's see the next one. This is big. Which one do we need to confirm? Yes, Nibazai. Yeah. Vitamin, yeah. Yeah, vitamin B6, B1, D12. Kako them, yeah, that's them pun, that's fine, inshallah. Yeah. So here, if we confirm about this nucleosides, inshallah, that would be fine. Just need to check with the nucleoside only, source of the nucleoside. Yeah. Tell them this new, see here, they're saying here, new uri, means milk originated from the milk. So if you write the similar way here, daizu uri, that's fine, inshallah. If they don't, then this is, you need to check with them. I'm not saying this is haram, but we need to check with them, confirm with them. If it is halal, it's fine, inshallah. Yeah.
Brother Moin,
Yes, brother.
sometimes before they write Nukazai or after they write Nukazai, they use slash and Nukazai, like cocoa powder and slash Nukazai. Does it mean the Nukazai is the cocoa powder, or the cocoa powder contains Newcastle because they use slash, not in bracket.
Yeah, yes, you are right there, but it's very difficult to find out unless we check with them. What I do, I call them and then I check with them.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
sometimes when I ask the like the staff in the store, they said they will say that the Newcastle is the cocoa powder.
No, don't just trust that. Some of
They're
the staff
understanding.
are, some of the staff, they don't even know what is Newcastle. They say, oh, it is new Sehin. Many say, because this Newcastle has the kanji of new, this means milk. They say it is from milk. I said, no, it is not from the milk. Please call them. They say, hi, sumimasen. So, better to ask the staff, please call the company and then tell us. That would be fine. Yeah. So how much do we have time? Okay, inshallah, yeah. So we can see more, inshallah, yes. Yeah, okay. This one. Yes, it's just read in English. So. Previous. Yes.
All the seafood is halal.
I think all the seafood are halal. Yes.
Yes.
All the-
If it is like something poison,
Fugu.
something harmful. But in general, it's full halal.
Yeah, yes. It also has the information of what brother has pointed out. Allergic bushtu, they didn't mention all, but they say, okay, clearly they have written, these are the allergic things that you need to be careful. And then here they have mentioned that this kind of product we have also produced in the same line. However, please check this one. This is very important, brother. Check from here. Do you think this is okay to consume or not? This Genzai Ryomei is a start from here until here. What next? And then? Yes, Toriniku. Yes. Okay. Where? This is palm sugar. Palm sugar is fine, inshallah. Palm sugar, no problem. So they have here chicken eggs, and then the chicken itself, and okay. So these two items are there, which is doubtful.
But this one is
It says shokubutsu, means plant.
ah,
It's coming from the plant. This is shokubutsu yushi. Yeah. Yes. Okay, so we'll go to next. Okay, inshallah. I think this is very easy to understand. This is natural cheese. Everyone will be able to understand this one. And also from where this comes. It's very clear. So inshallah, we can have this natural cheese. Regarding cheese, I was one of my Japanese friends told that in Europe, if there is very high class cheese, they try to wrap it with some pig fat, but they don't try it. So if you're going to, you're seeing some product from Europe, we have to check it, whether it is something like that or not. And it's normally very expensive. So if we are not going for the very expensive thing, this is fine, inshallah. Okay. This one, this is shokushio, shio, salt. This is about the salted one. This is namaniu, and then this is not gyunyu, namaniu. Yes, yeah. Yeah, salted, inshallah. Okay. This is natural cheese. Natural cheese. Okay, next. Inshallah. Okay, this we already discussed about, right? Sometimes in the allergic things they mention this way. So we already have I think done with that. Next, brother. Okay. Okay, this is also about the allergic point. If you have this things, it means this product includes tamago, milk, and then kumugi, wheat. Yeah. Here they mention, I think every product had different style of writing. You have this style also there to write. Yeah. Can you go to next, brother? Yes, what do you think about this one? How many of you thinks it is okay to eat or not to eat? Okay, okay, inshallah. Yeah, alhamdulillah, inshallah, it's okay to eat. Uh, yeah, so no, it's fine, inshallah. Here's a new kazai, and they have written very clearly, Taizu Yurai. Okay, in case they would have used this kanji of kumu, then we needed to check. But they have very clearly written Taizu Yurai, so inshallah, it's fine, no problem. Yeah, this is not your question. Yeah, so that's why if this bracket is coming after this, so I trust this one. Of course, this we need to check with the company. Sometimes people talk about this konryo to check. Okay, yeah, to go and some of the Japanese friends they say that better to check this also. But I think it's sometimes I check, but since the number is, I mean, 100%, so I normally don't go to that much. Okay. What about this one? Oh, very fast. Okay, so it's already done. We can move to the next. Yes, this one. What do you think? This is macaroni salada. Ham. Huh? This ham give very interesting story. I was traveling by just last year by this Emirates, and while coming back on the way, they gave me something similar to ham. In Emirates, they write everything is halal. So I saw this, I really got a doubt. What is this? How can it be halal? So I went to them and asked, you say everything is halal, but it seems like a ham. Said it is, but it is not from the pork, it is from the beef. They have now beef, cow, yes. Yeah, so they're trying to have the haram taste to the halal taste. Yeah, this is what I was thinking. But from inside, I said I cannot eat, so I just did not. I left it. But yeah, yes, anything. Yes, that's right. Yeah, yes. Beef, yeah, beef bacon is also there. Yes, bacon. Yeah. Next, brother. Okay, what about this? Is very clear. And lots. Okay. What else? That is sato. That is, you're talking about this one? You're talking about this? Yeah, this is lard. Hmm. Show you. Yeah, show you there is a I try to avoid after knowing that sometimes they use alcohol inside the shoyu. Okay. Okay. Let's see in the next one. Okay. What about this? MashaAllah. Any other? Tuning Kakao mas. Nukazai is fine, inshallah, here, right? Yeah, inshallah, butter is fine. You can check. Shortening, we need to check about the shortening. It's not okay. No, I'm saying Nukazai is fine, but shortening they haven't mentioned like here. Like see, here they have mentioned Nukazai, Daizu Yurai. If they have used the same thing here in shortening, then it will be fine. They have not been fine. This is not so we cannot go with this product. Okay, so next, inshallah. This is what do you think? Yeah, this is honey. This is fine, inshallah. Next. What about this one? Yes. And yeah, here in Nukazai, if they write here Daizu Fukumu only, then still we need to check about this Nukazai. If they would written like the previous one, Nukazai Yurai, this is fine, inshallah. Okay, irrespective of this Nukazai, even the margarine the same. If the margarine is not from the plant, of course it is not possible. That's not halal, inshallah. Okay, let's move to the next. Done, inshallah. Okay, a few more. Let's see whether it's halal or. Can you change it? Rotate it. Maybe you can rotate. No rotation. Okay, the another you can open. It's okay. Yeah, this one is fine, inshallah. What do you think about this product? Safe. MashaAllah, it's very difficult. Can you read it? Yeah, inshallah, this is fine. Okay. What about this one? Okay, we have one more.
If it's halal, we can eat it now.
Yeah, please start eating. Yes, please. Not always. Check this one also, brother. The light, maybe. Yes, brother. Who chose I? I think. Yeah. So. Because regarding the chemicals, many have different opinions about it. So I am neither a chemist nor a Islamic scholar, so I cannot answer to this. Maybe you can, brother, sorry. I thought some kids would be here, so I got this one for the kids. They like it. Yeah.
The parent is here, so.
Yeah, please check. whether it is. I think you can.
Brother, I
Yeah.
have one question. How about if we go to some bakery?
Some bakery.
Yes, because I heard from one of my friend, Indonesian friend, that if the bakery price is high, it's mostly halal because they use the plant-based like margarine or butter or something. But if you buy the cheap one, it mostly haram because they use the animal taste. How to handle this?
Yeah, to some extent, he might be, I mean, right, but I think it's not go by the price. Because as you know about the lard is an animal product, but it is always cheap. And it's cheaper. At the same time, previously we used to buy some breads here, and we went to the bakery house. The price was a bit expensive, and even then they had to I mean prepare things for us, especially. What he says that irrespective of the price, they were mixing things together. So at the same time, you're not sure about that whether they are mixing it together or not. Maybe the brother or sister knows about it from previously in Gyomusupa. There was a bread less than 100 yen, very cheap, but we found out it was not halal. So it depends upon, for example, Yamazaki bread is not halal, mostly not halal, even if it is expensive.
I want to ask about glycerin.
I read on the internet that glycerin is sometimes also derived from animal fats, other than using plant oils and such. So maybe we should be careful about that. Yes.
I think it's regarding the Halal Japan. Since we talked about the Halal mark, Halal Japan, they must have doing very great work. They are checking with the company by calling them after every 3 months or 6 months. But one point that I feel a bit, I mean, hard to understand, that their understanding of alcohol is very mild. They sometimes allow, I don't know how they have calculated the percentage of alcohol. And they said, okay, if it is into this percent, then it is halal. So what I personally do, if I find something which has alcohol things, I avoid that one, even if says in the Halal Japan it's halal. But if for other things, I totally trust Halal Japan.
Japan, there are some Haram level 1, Haram level 2.
Yeah, this level, I don't know. Let me check.
So in Halal Japan, there are levels of haram and halal. It is used by the app developer to differentiate whether one is labeled halal or haram differently. So I'll just explain that halal in Halal Japan, starting from halal level 1 is the highest. So the level is the lower the number is the highest level of halal. So it's better. So halal level 1 is halal certificate. It has halal certificate from countries and such associations. And then halal level 2, it's described as halal level 2 when it doesn't have any haram ingredients or in contact with other in the same line. It doesn't have any haram product in the same line. in the factory. And for halal level 3, it doesn't have haram ingredients, but they don't know whether the line is cleaned from other haram product or not. So only the ingredients they know. It's halal level 3.
Which one is the best?
Halal level 1, obviously, because it's certified usually by certain countries or associations that gives out halal labels. And for haram, usually haram level 1, it's stated in the ingredient list whether they have like haram ingredients, like Brother Moin has explained, pig fat and pig and stuff, alcohol. And haram level 2, I think there's only 2 levels of haram. Haram level 2 is it has no it doesn't have haram ingredients. No, it has haram might be haram ingredients such as nyukazai, but haram level 2 is because they don't know whether it's derived from pig or plant, or animal based or plant based. So it's haram level 2. And then there's also doubtful, which is they don't use haram ingredients, but in the same line it might be contaminated by haram products. Yes. Inshallah, if you keep eating from the halal level 1 or 2, 3, usually it's halal, inshallah.
Okay, Jazakallah khair. Thank you very much for the explanation. Okay, so maybe we conclude here. Okay. Yes. If you see this, I just give this printout. If you can see, there's this printout we have prepared with the help of one Japanese Muslim sister, and mashallah, may Allah reward her. This has information, all the detailed information of, and this is not made for us to understand, but for the Japanese people to understand. So you can use this one to your, I mean, if it need to go for the shogakko or elementary or these Koikuen or Yochien, etc. In case it is needed for some kind of a hospital, you can give it to them, and they will get the detailed information about what they need to be careful. There sometimes there is a party like in the universities or the schools. Give it to them. This one they will understand and they will manage it accordingly. Inshallah. So you don't need to explain them in English or in Japanese. It is written in the Japanese and for the Japanese to understand it. So maybe you can have used this printout, inshallah. So if there is no more question or comments, we can inshallah conclude our session here. Okay. Jazakumullah khairan. Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.